So let's talk about Friday. Friday, I did something that I've been saying I was gonna do for the longest, but never got around to it. Dude, I finally went speed dating. Woo! Speed dating. Who's excited? The desperation is real. Jesus Christ. It's really not, but hey, it kind of seems like that. Anyway, so I've been talking about speed dating for years, and I always say I'm gonna do it, but I never got around to it, so I finally did it. And it was freaking amazing. It was like intimidating and fun and scary and all around hilarious. I enjoyed myself, and it was really cool because I went by myself. You know, and I don't like to do certain things by myself, like walk into a bar, go speed dating. But I did it, and I feel like the man. All right, so let me go back. All right, so a couple of weeks ago on my lunch break, I was looking at the site New York Minute Dating, and there was like an African American single speed dating event happening. The only experience I've had with the speed dating is something that I watched in a movie. I think it was called Valentine, and what I saw was women sitting down and guys rotating and having conversations. I expected some true and utterly believable weirdos. Although I did get a couple of negative weirdos, I didn't get any creepy, crazy, serial killer, stalkish kind of weirdos. You know what I'm saying? So that was happy. But the event. So the event was last Friday in the midst of a heat wave. I decided to walk down to the venue. It happened to be next to the job site that I was working at. I changed locations for a couple of days, and this place is next to it. So I did like a really slow stroll while on the phone with my sister, just walking and talking, trying to make sure I know where the place was. The event started at 7 was supposed to end at 9. However, the email said to get there by 6:45 so you can get yourself situated. You may want to drink, you may want to use the potty, you may want to do a lot of things. So get there by 6:45. So it was like 5 when I got off of work. So I took a slow stroll to the venue, checked it out from the outside, then took a very slow stroll to Union Square, had myself some dinner, long conversation with my sister, and then made my way back around. I was the first female to arrive. I got there at like 6:40. The rest of the women started coming about like 6:50-ish. I think the event didn't actually start until 7:20. There was supposed to be 20 people, 10 males, 10 females. But it turned out that one of the girls, or a couple of the girls, I don't know, weren't coming, so it ended up being 9 females. And I know I just said 10, it was supposed to be 9, and it was like a couple missing, but the host said that a lot of girls were in traffic or something, so they weren't gonna make it. I guess they overbooked. I really don't know. It's not my concern. So when I got there, again, I was the first person there. I had a choice. I could either sit on this side where I'd be the only one at the table and the guys would just rotate to me, or I can be on the other side where I would have to share a table with another female, and there'll be 4 people in the booth. Of course, I opted to sit by myself. You can have more of a personal conversation. I don't know. So, so the event was for women between the ages of 23 and 45, I think, and for men ages 25 to 45 or something like that. Honestly, it kind of looked like everyone, with the exception of me, was somewhere between 35 and 45. There was this one woman who just kind of looked like this is the end, dude. Like, if I don't find a man today, I ain't gonna find one. But, I'm not judging. I'm here, too. So, the event finally gets underway at, like, 7:20. And it was really, really cool. Like, there were a couple of guys that stood out to me. Some for good reasons, some for negative reasons. Like, a negative reason was a guy who stood out to me for negative reasons was the one guy who was just, like, all up in my area. Like, y'all know how I am with personal space. Unless I know you, unless I like you like that, I don't want you this close to me. Like, oh my god, it's so unnerving. But he was that close, and I was trying to be all nice and personable, but I really wanted him to back up, so I scooted back a couple of times. More so because he had cigarette on his breath, and my man, that's not sexy. It's not. But we rotated. And I had like a couple of really good conversations. I got to talk about Nia, I got to talk about bucket list, I got to talk about skydiving, all that good stuff, open mic. I even got to talk about, the starting of organizations for people with disabilities. That's something that's near to me. People with, disabilities and recently released or currently incarcerated humans hold a dear place in my heart, and I always want to do what I can to help. So to have a conversation with a couple of guys who were just like really into that kind of stuff was totally dope, and that was really, really exciting. So yeah, we kept rotating. I had different conversations with different people. It was weird. It was different. It was nice. It was something that I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I finally did it after years of saying I'm gonna do it. There is another speed dating-ish event that I do want to participate in, but this is like with 200 singles, and it's like a boat party. Oh my god, I'm so excited. But yeah, so I would definitely recommend it for the experience. Like I do a lot of the things that I do for the experience, and this is one of them. It was just so much fun. And like the general consensus of the night was that I have a really nice smile. See, check this one out. And I'm all cute, and the short haircut works for me, and all that good stuff. God, I can't take myself seriously. But in any case, that was Friday, and I had a lot of fun. Well, that was the first part of Friday. The second part of Friday is going to be in like a totally separate post, because I didn't know this about myself. Somebody told me something and I failed to realize, and I just need to share that. But in any case, guys, get ready for Saturday.